Let's see in this video another of the possible applications of the pressure-reducing valves in the fourth version of PLUMBER. In this example project we have 5 water networks, to serve a building with an equal number of levels, ranging from 0 to 9.50 meters. The water supply, and this is another new feature in this version, is done through interior risers. That is, we have eliminated the limitation that exists in version 3 of the program of using them only for 2-level buildings. Now you can model any number of levels without depending on the typical riser, created from the Risers tab. Well, when we perform the calculation and design by clicking the Calculate button on the Project tab, we obtain the required pressure at the source point to satisfy the operating pressure of the most unfavorable sanitary fixture of the system, which, as you will see here, is at the last level with an exact pressure of 7 meters in the hot water network. Let's go to the water network of level 0. Suppose that, since this network is the one with the highest operating pressures, we want to regulate them in such a way that a certain maximum value is not exceeded. To do this we will add a pressure-reducing valve in this section so we can configure it to make this regulation. So, I eliminate the pipe section and go to the Devices panel of the Project tab. And I click the button for adding pressure-reducing valves. Select Initial and Final nodes. We have thus created the reducing valve with its corresponding symbol in the floor plan. Now we go to its properties. As we have explained in a previous video, if we keep this option activated, the program will automatically determine the diameter of the valve based on the flow and transit through and according what you have specified in the Manager of the Configuration tab. Then, what interests us, to define a pressure setting so that, downstream of the valve, the pressure does not exceed, let's say, 15 meters of water column. So, having the option to specify the valve setting unchecked, we enter the value of 15 in this field. Click OK to save the changes. And for you to see the pressures variation, let's look at nodes and pipes tables before performing the calculation and design for this new condition. Note that there are only changes in the nodes that are located downstream of the pressure-reducing valve. If you see here in the table, you will realize that now the head loss corresponds to 5.11 meters in the pressure-reducing valve. This would be the necessary pressure setting so that the maximum pressure does not exceed the 15 meters that we have specified for the water network downstream of the valve. Let's see its properties, by double-clicking on its row in the pipes table. Observe the value of the calculated pressure setting. Of course, if you consider it, you can cancel this automatic calculation and set your own value. Suppose we set it at 10 meters. And, before closing, take into account that, when you set the valve setting value, the option for specifying a maximum pressure downstream is disabled and, therefore, it will not be part of the calculation in design. Close and click Calculate again. Thus, we have the new pressures, with the new head loss associated with the section where the pressure-reducing valve is located. So now you have the possibility to control the operating pressures in your designs in a very intuitive way with the new version of PLUMBER.